Welcome back to a Thrumnal video review of Transformers Prime Ratchet. Now, weapon storage, such as right here, if you flip up his legs, or his feetsies, and you have these two tabs that are holding the weapons in, right there. So go ahead and pop those off, there, and ta-da. You have his weapon storage. Now, the weapons can be placed either this way, or even this way. So we can, cut, chop anything that's in his way to an emergency, but really not needed. The other thing that I want to point out is he's got weapon storage, but he has no paint. Pretty much just the front half of the car mode, or the ambulance mode. Not enough lights on the top. I mean, big flat surface. They could have put some sort of reflective silver or something on this. Now, you know my other videos that I have done some changes to my vehicles. However, there's a repro label set for Ratchet that I really like. And it commemorates the voice actor, and the design looks so much better than what I could hand do on this type of surface, especially the way the heart monitor, EKG, whatever lines they have. So, simple is to push in and pull down at the same time on the side panels, get those open. Make sure you stop talking about that and show you, flip the feet up, rotate the entire front end around, and click back the heel spur. Again, rotate and click back the heel spur. But I can't really argue with that, because with his stance capabilities and his weapons, you don't want to keep them that way. And then you pop the tab that's right behind, right in front of the panel of the door. And then you do the same on the other side. So you can get away from that panel to bring down the whole windshield over the hood, or if you're from the UK, the bonnet. I've learned a few little words from other cultures. Never mind. Okay, and I was talking about these knees before. He has these, see what I mean? You touch it and it just goes back into place there. So wherever it may sit on its own is fine. But you do have the somewhat double knee effect, which is cool, don't get me wrong. But when you stance them, the knees look weird. Then, come in here and pull out the side panels. If you can, again, get in there. And this paint does come off quite easily. If you can't see, there's a little bit of the edge there. Every time I touch it, it does something weird. Alright, come in here, pull out the arms and these weird hinged shoulders back here. Bring down the arm, rotate the wrists out, and bring down the forearm. Again, severely lacking color. Bring out the pads for the shoulders, bring out the fists, and bring down the shoulder panel. It's pretty much a lot of repetitive, especially if they're symmetric. And he looks kind of cool, physically. And something I really like that they've done. This is cool. And it's going to be an epic head reveal. Ta-da! His head pops up. Backpack folds away. Kind of nice and flat there. And I do mean flat. I digress. Anyways. So, he is designed where you can turn around and put his knives, so we can do some stick chops on you. Or if you want to get old school, or in this case, hands new school, tuck the hands in like so, and then you have hand knives. And because of the way his feet work, and his shoulders work, you can get him into some interesting poses. And I do mean some interesting poses. I mean, you can, you know, crisscross his arms, give him a badass look. But it's Ratchet. What more can you say? Kind of a grumpy old guy. For articulation, it is crazy. You have a somewhat above the, or below the elbow, and an elbow, or below the shoulder and elbow bend, which is weird. A rotational joint at the bicep. You've got the transformation hand gimmick joint, which isn't bad. You have the shoulder. I mean, this is crazy shoulder stuff. Ball joint there, so you can get all sorts of swivelage. And you have the swivel of the shoulder here as well, because it's rotating up here, rotates up here. I mean, that's just crazy. You got hip rotation, which is nice. It's lacking on most of the figures these days. You've got the joint for the hips, the rotation of the thigh, the pseudo-dual knee joint thing, and you have some foot articulation for heel and toes. And again, you have some little bit of rotation in the bumper shin guard. So again, Ratchet, Transformers Prime, RID, love the character, love the figure, and I highly recommend him. Should you go out and get him? Yeah. Despite the fact he's lacking in color. But then again, for about $12, you can get yourself some repo labels at repolabel.com, which is great. It's $3 shipping anywhere in the U.S., no matter how many of them you get. Seriously? Go and get some. Anyways, this has been Thrumnal, and it's been fun. Have a great one.